H3 Leasing is in the business of rental of motor vehicles in Singapore. On the 8th of March 2018, the complainant filed a complaint with the PDPC in relation to the disclosure of the personal data set by the organization without consent from the affected individual. The complainant was a member of the public who had come across a post on social media by the organization disclosing scanned images of the NRIC of another individual. Investigations revealed that the affected individual rented a motor vehicle from the organization. He voluntarily provided a copy of his NRIC and entered into an agreement with the organization for that purpose. Subsequently, the affected individual went into rental arrears and ceased contact with the organization. The organization was unable to locate him or the motor vehicle and made a police report concerning the apparent disappearance of the affected individual and the motor vehicle. The organization subsequently disclosed images of the affected individual's NRIC, which contained the personal data set, through a public Facebook post to warn others about the affected individual and to solicit information from the general public on the whereabouts of the motor vehicle. The rental agreement entered into by the organization and the affected individual did not specify any purposes for which the organization could disclose his personal data. There was no other document setting out such purposes, and the organization admitted that it had not obtained the consent of the individual to disclose his personal data. As such, the organization did not have consent for the disclosure of the personal data set in the manner, and for the purposes that it did, breaching the consent obligation of the PDPA. Fortunately, the PDPC only issued a warning to H3 Leasing as the organization had taken remedial actions to address the gaps in their security arrangements. So what are the takeaways? First, in every collection, use, disclosure of personal data, consent should always be the primary consideration to avoid any unintentional and hefty penalties. Second, such collection, use, disclosure of personal data should only be intended to its purpose. Once such a purpose has been fulfilled, the proper disposal and management of it is mandatory. Lastly, appointing a data protection officer, DPO, is a mandatory role in every organization. The DPO plays a critical role in ensuring PDPA compliance and advising stakeholders on essential obligations, including the protection of personal data. It's important to note that DPOs can be either in-house or outsourced to professional PDPA service providers, such as Privacy Ninja.
If you want to improve your organization's data protection and cybersecurity posture, then click subscribe and smash the bell icon. Let's do this together.